Good afternoon, traders. Thomas here at OrderFlowEdge.com. Here we are with our Friday afternoon wrap-up. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, guys. I've been holding a long here. I've scaled out of here, and you know, I wanted to use this as an example of a situation that we call shaking the tree in here. When I had started to open up the videos when this trade started to set up, and my original intention was not even to show a trade video. I wanted to show a previous situation with our 1, 2, 3 basic pocket aces order flow setup, where you're trading with the trend and you have a strong bias, you have ideal trade location, and then you have the confirmation clues to trigger your entry. I'm still going to show you that, but since this situation developed, you're going to get a 2-for-1 here. Now I'm holding a piece here, still have a piece on, which I'm about ready to bring my stop up. I was hoping for a move to the other side of the 4-hour TT here, which when I put the trade on over here was all the way up at 0850. It's been since coming down here steadily. So my profit potential here on this trade is kind of decreasing as time goes on here, because the market's kind of going sideways and not popping and hitting these additional stops above this 06 level like I was hoping they would. It could still happen here, but we're getting later in the day at 3:30 in the afternoon. I already booked profit on this trade. We originally put, I think, 3 on and then scaled out on the uptick. It's been a good day all around. In the members room, we've talked about opportunities all day long. It wasn't a big range, but yet within this range, we were able to read this market pretty well today with our inflection points and reading the order flow clues. But this is a situation here that we call shaking the tree. Right, and I'm going to bring my stop up here now. Where are we? 450. All right, guys, took 4 1/4 on the last piece. Going to wrap it up. It's past this 3:30 hour, and it really turns into the wild west. Past 3 o'clock, past 3:30 for sure on a Friday afternoon. Volatility can really start to pick up here as people kind of cry uncle into the weekend. They don't want to hold positions overnight. They don't want to hold positions into the weekend, never mind overnight. And you start to see a lot of liquidation coming in. But the situation here, we had a nice transition here. We had a little bit of a stop run and then stop run over on the 4R and then a retest. And this was when I put my trade on here, when I could see the Delta 4 score decreasing. I saw elements of tilt coming in, which is telling me smart money's aggressively buying down here. And the other thing that I'm picking up on is the fact that, it's more of a buyer's atmosphere here today. The background context, it's been mostly about buyers in control, a little bit of neutral periods of order flow coming in, a little bit of selling coming into the order flow. But for the most part, it's been more about buyers in control. Cash market was relatively strong throughout the day. It's starting to weaken up a little bit here now. It's another reason why I just want to book what little profit I have. I mean, I'm primarily a scalper, and what I like to do is lock up some quick profit and hold for a runner and see if they could start to hit stops in my direction on higher time frames. They weren't able to do it then. Maybe they do it into the close, who knows, but that's it for me. That trade's done. But what I mean by shaking the tree here, shaking the tree is a term that I coined, which all it means is that the smart money, they might want to eventually take it back up higher into the close, but in order to do that, sometimes when they push up, they sense that they're not getting enough demand on these upticks coming in, and what they need to do is build up some pent-up demand, some fuel. The only way they're going to do that is by shaking a tree a little bit, and what they do is take the market back down into those lows, and by doing that, what they do is get rid of any weak longs in here, right, who bring their stops up, or who aren't comfortable holding, or any longs that bought over here. That creates a little bit of selling pressure in. Shake the tree, get out the weak longs, and at the same time what they're going to do is try and make it look like it's a good idea for traders to sell. Now anybody that sells in here, see all this red in here, that's selling. As they're selling in here, the weak hands, retail traders who step in here and think it's a good idea because they think the market's going to break out, the smart money comes in here and buys against them. You see tilt firing off again here. That's telling us that the smart money is buying into any of that selling that they brought about, right, that they wanted to come in. They found the sellers. They made it look like it was a good idea, and that's what they want to do, because when they want to buy, they're going to make it look like it's a good idea to be a seller. And what they're doing is creating a lot of potential fuel for a ensuing uptick, right? Because anybody that was long in here and got shaken out, once they see the market starting to go up, they're going to chase it. So they're going to come in as buyers. And anybody who's sold here and that are trapped as the market starts to uptick, they're going to come in as buyers, right? So what happens here? Anybody who sells and anybody who got shaken out of a long, as the market starts to uptick, they start to come in. You see the see here. See how we turn buyers here with the OA bars? All this aggressive buying coming in is coming in from exactly that scenario that I just laid out. Now, again, they bring it up and they're able to start to hit some stops. If I would have had a resting limit order up here, it would have been filled. But again, I was looking for a little bit more profit. I was looking to hold a runner, and I had an open target, but I was really targeting the other side of the 4-hour TT unless things really started to take off. Maybe hold a runner into the close with a nice, cushion of profit built in. It didn't work out that way, which is fine. A profitable sequence, profitable trading sequence, just not as profitable as it could have been if the market cooperated, but we can't control that. So that's a situation which is not our basic 1, 2, 3 setup, although we're employing a lot of the same elements there. I'm going to scroll back here a little bit earlier and show you what I mean by one of our clean 1, 2, 3 setups. And I was going to do a whole replay here, but since this video is already 6 minutes long, and good thing, in hindsight now, good thing I could see that I booked that profit on the last piece, because now here we are challenging these lows again. And again, past this 330 time frame, I'm not really interested in being in the market in a position that's taking heat. I don't mind holding a position if I have a runner and they're taking out buy stop. But anyway, back to this situation. Here's a situation where we have a very clear trend, right? And that's always step one for us. When we're trading with the trend, looking for an inside out type of trade, we want to identify who's in control. We have buyers squarely in control. We're looking to be a buyer in ideal trade location. Step one is bias, right? What direction do we want to trade in? Step two is ideal trade location. So we have to take the least amount of risk to know that we're wrong. And for us, that's going to be right at the TT, right? Represents ideal trade location right in here. And step three is confirmation clues. Now, these first two pushes, not a lot in the way of clues, but you see how the market reacted pretty cleanly at the TT here. Nice reaction here, nice reaction. Now, the trend didn't really kick back in a big way, but pretty healthy 2-point and change reactions each time. This was the time when it's really a pocket aces type of situation. You see the whole transition here right in front of you as it's occurring. You see the red bars turn to white, turn to blue, telling us that that's transitioning from sellers in control to buyers in control. Buyers are picking up. You have a decreasing delta force score, right? 2.3 over here, uptick, downtick 1.6, showing us the market's not doing a good job of finding sellers anymore. And lastly, you have tilt firing off. It's showing you smart money is actively buying the offer here. This all combines to the best confirmation that you can hope to get in an area that you're already interested in being a buyer. And that's exactly what transpired there. And let me clean this up and we can scroll forward and we'll see how the market reacted there, and the trend kind of kicked back in, at least giving us a test of those prior swing highs, and that's pretty much what we're looking for as a minimum if the trend's going to kick back in. So nice trading sequence there. There was probably 2 or 3 clean pocket aces types of setups today, because there really wasn't a clean trend because we were in such a range. But within that range, if you were trading outside in and kind of fading the edges, there was a lot of opportunity in the TTs in the area of dynamic supply and dynamic demand, where we know the smart money traders are waiting to take the opposite side of the retail traders. There was a lot of opportunity there today, and all in all, you really can't complain. The range didn't open up like we were hoping. We were looking for volatility. The whole week was kind of been lacking in volatility. So it doesn't happen today, but we're still looking for volatility here, guys. We're looking for this market to dump. Whether it comes Sunday night, whether it comes Monday or Tuesday, maybe it'll take another push to new highs by a couple ticks, and then it dumps, who knows. But we're looking for volatility to come back into the market next week. We'll post up another video, maybe either Sunday night or Monday night, and do a recap on volatility. But in any event, I want to welcome all the new members that came aboard this week. And make sure you make your way into the members toolbox. There's a lot of great information in there. If you have some free time over the weekend, start hitting those videos. Any questions over the weekend and getting your chart set up, don't hesitate to email me. Anybody else, any questions at all, don't hesitate to email either myself or Casey, or support@orderflowedge.com. Look forward to seeing you. Trade patient, trade well, everybody.